everyone, what's up? How are you doing? How is your day so far? Okay, great. Today, my partner and I will be highlighting the difference between language and a language. Yes, language and a language. But by doing so, we'll be highlighting different features and properties of a language by utilizing the Jamaican creole through its lyrical content. So we're going to use a musical video, I should say. But remember, we are not going to use the song per se. We're not going to use the song per se. We're just going to use the lines from the song. Because of copyright, we're not going to use the song. We're just going to use lines from the song. I will give you the name of the song so you can go on YouTube or anywhere else and listen to the version of the song. Okay? But we're just going to highlight a few lines of the song and identify different features and properties of a language. Okay, enough with the chatter now, right? Okay, let us move on. First, I told you we're going to look at language. What is the difference between language and a language? Okay, let me see now. When I say language, you might be wondering, what's the difference? She's saying the same thing. No, I'm not. Language is different from a language. You want me to explain to you more? Okay. Language is basically refers to communication between humans through written or vocal symbols. While on the other hand, a language is a subcategory of language communication peculiar to a particular people. So that basically all those particular people communicate. Like in Jamaica now, we use different language. We use the Jamaican standard English, and we use the Creole, right? And we know that Creole is widely used or widely spoken in the Caribbean country. And I can highlight another language that is used in another country. For instance, India, they use Hindi, right? So let us move on. I've educated you enough about language and a language, don't it? Okay, so let us move on.
The Jamaican language situation. So let's go back into history a bit. So the first persons that came on the islands were the Arawaks, which are also the Tainos. Then came the Spanish. The Spanish brought the first African slave to Jamaica, right? Also, when they settled here, they had to find a way in order to communicate. The Tainos and the Spanish had to find a way to communicate with each other because they couldn't understand, because both of them speak different languages. So they came up with this way of communicating with them each other, which is called the pidgin language, right? Over the years, the Spanish kept bringing in slaves from Africa. By this time, by 1743, the population was 92% of Africans on the island. As we know, the Africans' language is different. So when they came to the island, they incorporate their language with the pidgin language, which translates to now the Creole.
Now I'm going to highlight a few properties of a language. So some properties of a language are phonology, morphology, lexicon.
I will be playing a video to demonstrate properties of a language. So let's get into it. So several properties of a language is being expressed in the video, so let's get right into it. All right. Alright, so I detected two properties of a language so far in this song. The first one was phonology. I detected, she said me and them. What's phonology? Phonology is the sound system of a language, and you could clearly hear which you could clearly hear phonology in the first part of the song, which consists of them, the, me, and the list goes on. Alright, I could also hear another property, which is lexicon, where she said gal. In the Creole form, in the English form, gal means girl. Alright, she go again and she state sit down. In the English form, that means sitting down. Alright, so let's go back and get into it. So that those are two properties of a language and demonstration that I have done so far. So let us continue and see what else we can find, which other properties of language we can find. Sometimes it's sorry for this, it's them are wow. But yeah, from your conscience clear. See now what they love make me hear. Man, I release on the problem. So me left me that we have them. Me too cute for mix up and blend. Alright, so she go again and she stated I found another property of language, which was semantics, when she spoke on the word blend. In English term, that means drama, so that's another property of a language. Creole on its whole, it's a continuum of expression, especially, for this video you could hear mostly Mesolek, which is the Creole, which is a part of the Creole continuum, because you know you have Areolek and Besolek. This was from a Mesolek point of view.
Yes, remember in Jamaica they don't use the TH or the H, those letters sound in their words. So when they're pronouncing words like them, those, them, that, this, you won't hear it. You will hear like them, that, these. So that's how they will pronounce their words. And like if they're saying hand, they will say and. You won't hear the sound in the word. So that is a part of phonology. Phonology is the sound system of a language. Basically tell you how you pronounce the word. Remember, lexicon is the vocabulary of a language. It is words that used to make up a language. And remember this most important point. You see lexicon and grammar. That is exactly what make language unique. Yes, those two. That is exactly what make language unique. Okay, and don't forget about synmatic. Synmatic is the meaning of the word. Is the study of the meaning of the word or the structure of the word. While syntax speak about the subject-verb agreement. For instance, I would say there are 7 boys playing on the playground. In the Jamaican Creole, we will say, a 7 of them over there saw play on the playground. Right? Am I correct? Right. So that is a form of syntax. Some features of a language are arbitrariness, displacement, productivity, cultural transmission, duality, learnability, and okay, I hope you do enjoy what we have shared with you, and I hope it's much educational for you. I hope you are able to use some of those features or properties of a language being discussed with you. I hope when you hear those words in your surrounding or when you're speaking to your friends, you might be able to identify the different features and properties of a language, and you'll be able to share with another friend and tell them what you have learned about language and a language. But I do hope you enjoy, and if you have any comments or any takeaway from this video, you can put it in the notification or send us an email. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. See you next time.